This video is sponsored by Escobar Inc., an innovative new tech company that allows you to get your hands on cutting-edge tech reliably, quickly, and I'm kidding. That was a joke. This video is not sponsored or affiliated with Escobar at all. Do not actually, I repeat, do not do any sort of business with this company or anyone affiliated with them. I just wanted to start this video off with a lighthearted note because this is a different type of video where I explain a pretty crazy situation. Today, I'm going to break down this entire bizarre Escobar scam that's going on right now. It's honestly mind-blowing to me how creative, in a sinister way, and just weird this whole situation is. But I'm gonna lay down the facts and what we know so far to A, keep you informed and aware about the situation, and B, maybe entertain you a bit once you're up to speed, because this story is kinda insane. So let's start at the beginning with the company Escobar Inc. So Escobar Inc. is a company whose main task is taking care of and managing the money of the Escobar family. It was founded by the brother of Pablo Escobar, who, in case you didn't know, was a drug lord that pushed more cocaine than likely any other person in human history. But apparently, over his lifetime, this trafficking business, if you want to call it that, made him politically and financially really powerful. So I assume somehow this money runs through the family and is basically what allows Escobar Inc. to exist and do its thing. I do want to say at first though, I thought the Escobar Association was like a prank or a publicity stunt, just because why would a pretending to be legitimate scammer associate themselves with a drug lord that's now 40 years dead? But I think as this whole situation unraveled itself and we saw stuff progress, this proved to be actually really smart because it gave the people behind this stuff so much free publicity. I mean, we're bombarded with frauds and scams in our inbox and online every single day, but we don't give them a second's notice. So when a scam comes along that's run by a drug lord, that's something that catches people's eye. Also, there's been official lawsuits too between Samsung and Escobar and Apple, so that's further confirmation that these people are who they say they are. Anyway, this company, Escobar Inc., actually launched their first substantial scam a few months ago, where they pretended to offer for sale this Galaxy Fold-like phone for way too cheap. This phone, the Escobar Fold 2, as they called it, turned out to actually be a crummy rebrand of actual Samsung Galaxy Folds. But the thing was, not everyone knew this going into it. So when influencers and the media got wind of the phone and they got the review units, they actually are the ones that gave Escobar the fuel to start and carry out their massive Ponzi scheme. I think it was actually Unbox Therapy in particular who was the biggest single influence in this, and I'm not trying to demonize the guy. I honestly think he made an honest mistake and he wasn't trying to deliberately mislead his audience. But what happened was he got the phone mysteriously, like a whole bunch of influencers did, and he talked about it. But what unfortunately a lot of the coverage like his failed to point out is that Escobar was not a legitimate seller. Every single non-influencer who paid real money to get the phone didn't get it. And you can already see how this whole thing plays out for Escobar and how they actually come out on top. They just manufacture a few hundred folds, they do their best to get them to the influencers and convince people to buy them before the word spreads that it's a scam, and once they get the money that they jack people for, they keep it. And honestly, it doesn't matter that their reputation just died because they're run by the chief of assassinations of Escobar's drug cartel. That's literally on their site. Alrighty, so all that backstory on the company and how the scheme worked actually brings us to yesterday. And at this point, I want to kind of shout out Marques Brownlee for being level-headed and honest throughout this whole situation. If you want to be completely informed about everything that's going on, I'm going to link both of his videos about the Fold 2 and the Gold 11 for you to check out down below. But yesterday, he uploaded this video where he unboxed and talks about a new release from Escobar, the Gold 11 Pro. Yeah, Escobar took the exact same strategy of using a good flagship phone, this time from Apple, rebranding it and using that to hopefully scam some more people. I will give them a little bit more credit this time because this time around they actually acknowledged that it's an iPhone instead of trying to cover up the Samsung branding and just pretend that they're the manufacturer. But still, the scam strategy is exactly the same and very much present. So only the influencers get the phone, and Escobar just hopes and prays for the free money driven by influencers, media coverage, and phones that never get delivered. Now, that's the gist of the story and the main points of what's going on right now, but I do want you to understand that this rebrand and refresh of this scam idea is going to work. I guarantee you that despite all the negative coverage, despite the obvious red flags on Escobar's site, and the fact that it's a company run by Pablo Escobar's brother, Escobar will come out on top. Why? Just because it takes so few people to actually buy the phone for Escobar to make a profit. I want you to think about the ratio of tech reviewers to their audience. Marques Brownlee's video uploaded yesterday already has millions of views in one day. So all it takes is a handful of people ignoring Marquez's advice and Escobar wins. Literally one phone sent out to Marquez, maybe 10 people buy it, and Escobar does her thing and makes a profit. And being completely real with you, I think a lot more than 10 people are gonna fall for it. Look at this article by Engadget, and no hate against them, but look, it says, yes, it is most likely a scam. No, it is a scam. This is actually the third phone that Escobar has tried this exact same thing with. I mean, it's guaranteed to be a scam. And this Economic Times article covering the Gold 11 doesn't even use the word scam anywhere. Instead, it subtly hints halfway through that it, quote, remains to be seen if those placing orders online will actually receive the product. The real kicker here is that that's not even a real negative article. It's not a warning article, and it's not good that that's out there. So I want to reiterate, if you buy this phone, you won't get the Gold 11 unless you're a tech influencer, or even in that case, honestly, who knows? It's a confirmed very real scam with an obvious strategy at the end of the day. And that is the story of the Escobar Gold 11. The whole scheme explained, laid out, hopefully plainly and so you can understand it. And I just encourage y'all to stay safe and aware and updated about this kind of stuff. It's honestly crazy to me. I will drop links to Mr. Who's the Boss's video and Marquez's, like I said before, down below, just so you can learn about some other stuff, like the mysterious books about Pablo Escobar that people keep getting delivered to them instead of the phone, and the ongoing lawsuit they have with Apple. There's some really interesting and weird, crazy stuff going on in the sidelines of this mess. But really beyond that, that's it for me. I've done my thing. Hopefully y'all understand more about this crazy situation and I'm gonna be more careful with it. My job here is done. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.